Your mentee might be fresh out of college, or they may have previously taught in a different school or district. In either case, most of their day-to-day work is spent in the classroom helping students learn. We've created 2 separate, shorter videos this month, each of which focuses on part of the day-to-day work of teachers. One is about how we can frame the learning, and the other is about those active learning strategies that we want to build into our lessons on a daily basis.
Now, I'll take you back to last month, and the video we created focused specifically on task analysis. Well, today we're going to take a look at, when you're looking at the graphic of the ovals, we're going to go with oval 3, which, by the way, seems to be, as teachers, our favorite oval. It's where we decide on which moves to make in the classroom and which moves we think will cement learning for students. Sometimes we use deeper strategies, that take multiple days, and sometimes we need just a plethora of shorter activities intended to do many purposes throughout instruction. The key is that we're designing multiple pathways and providing choice to students, connecting them to learning, giving them access to success. It's what we do.
When a teacher is planning a unit or lesson, there can be many pieces of that instruction that get woven together to make learning happen. There's a tool to help your mentee get a handle on all that is included in Oval 3. The tool is formatted as a top 10 list. It's a series of questions that your mentee can follow when planning a unit of instruction, and it also works great for lesson planning, and it is organized in the order of the ovals. This month, we're taking 2 components of Oval 3, of pieces from that top 10 list, and shine a flashlight on them. That's framing the learning and active learning strategies. We've broken it into 2 parts to make it more manageable.
We seldom start out on a road trip without having a destination in mind and a plan for getting there. Imagine what it would be like to be a passenger in a car taking off on a road trip and seriously having no idea where you're going. If only the driver knows the destination and the plan, the passengers in the car are likely going to spend their time trying to figure out where they're headed, why they're going there, rather than participating in the fun and the excitement of the trip. And the same is true for learners in the classroom. Information is power. So put your students in the driver's seat by letting them know where they're headed, how they'll know when they reach the destination. No spending time trying to figure out, I don't know what we're doing, I don't know why we're doing this. And we call all of this process framing the learning.
Yeah, we've prepared 2 different products to help your mentees know how to frame the learning. We've got a short one that just lists the components of framing the learning, and then we have another version that elaborates on each of them. We recommend that your mentee print a copy for easy access. By the way, you can also access pages 48 through 51 in the book, Why Didn't I Learn This in College?, where there is detailed information on each component. Now, these are the steps to frame the learning.
It begins with simply communicating the targets, the standards, how you're going to get there, what you're going to do today, what you're going to expect in this lesson, and then how you'll be assessed. It's just that matter of fact of no surprises. Here's where we're going, here's what we'll be doing, and here's what good looks like at the end. Here's how you'll show what you've learned.
Translate that into an agenda or outline for the day, the unit, of maybe even the year. Think of that road trip and making sure your companions know the details for the trip, right? When are we going to be where along the way?
Now, it's also at this time where we go into our toolbox and pull out strategies that help us identify naive misunderstandings and misconceptions that our students bring into the classroom. So this can be skipped and we can't skip it. We've got to be able to know what kids think about something ahead of time. So case in point, a 4th grader that I know had been studying longitude-latitude in her geography class. Now, at spring break, her family flew from Colorado to New York. She had a window seat and spent much of her travel time looking for longitude and latitude lines out of the plane window. So if we don't know what theories and misconceptions kids bring into the classroom, we let them mosey along holding on to them without us shaking them up. And it's really hard to put new learning on top of that.
We want to know what those misconceptions are, and so that we can then help kids attach their new knowledge to the prior knowledge and make connections. Think of it as Velcro, right? What is the new going to stick? That's the Velcro. We want to frame our learning to include this making of connections.
Well, and the last component of framing the learning is one that we typically use regularly. I'm hoping we do. And it's having students process, summarize, and use the learning all the way along instruction. So again, back to the toolbox, we've got to have lots and lots of ways of doing that to promote rigor, to promote retention of learning and transfer to across other parts of our school day and other areas. So employing active learning strategies all day long is part of framing the learning. One tip for you as a mentor, these are components that are very visible. And you can hear them many, many times. So when you have time for a walk, a learning walk during the day, you could be looking for these components with your mentee, seeing how other teachers do them. You can also take a ghost walk with your mentee. I call it a ghost walk. It's after school when all the students have gone home. With permission from your colleagues, walk into their classroom and see how they share standards. What's showing? What are the learning targets? What's the agenda look like? Are there examples of rubrics? How are they framing the learning?
So again, we prepared two tools for you. One's the short version, one's the longer version of framing the learning to help your mentee be reminded of the things to do in order to ensure that students know their plan for learning and know what the destination looks like. I mentioned that there's 2 videos this month. One, this is about framing the learning. The other video is about active learning strategies. So don't forget to check out that other video where you'll find a plethora of active learning strategies that you and your mentee can use immediately.
Yeah, see you in the second video.